Hey yo, I love it, man. Naka always come through and he always do his thing, man. So if you can, we got 3 weekly dates available for y'all. So make sure if y'all can't come through on the Sunday night sound check at Pittsburgh Cafe, make sure you either tune in or come down to Studio 412 for the Radioactive Mix Show every Monday night at Studio 412 The Pit, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can check him out on RadioHipHop.com or come down to Soul and check him and Drastic out at Drastic's Sneaker Boutique, Soul to Soul, down on East Carson Street. And so anybody that knows me, man, they know I love hip hop and they know that's my favorite genre of music and whatnot. But you can't always go with that all the time and you can't be one way all the time. And so you got to sort of balance it out with some type of culture. And so we tried to do just that and take y'all into a look at the Pittsburgh Playwright Theater. And so they got a lot of things coming up. We'll keep you informed with that. But for right now, let's take a look at the Pittsburgh Playwright Theater and see what they got going on.
One, two, you know what to do.
Take three. Come on. Let's do it without the intro this time. No voice intro this time. You just come and singing, huh?
Irvin, I told you the boy's gonna do the part. And that's all there is to it. Now he don't stutter all the time. Give him a chance.
I've known Mark Southers for many, many years, probably over 20 years. But professionally, he and I started working together in 2003. We were working with Gennaro Solomon on a series of August Wilson vignettes for the Urban League National Conference, which was held here in Pittsburgh. And the vignettes were so successful, we decided we wanted to find a way to expand that program into a full-scale performance at the Byham Theater. At that time, he was at the Penn Theater, which is in Garfield, and doing great work. But I thought it would really be great to have them downtown. And the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust really is, I would say, the architect for the cultural district, and we're curating all the time, inviting arts organizations to join us here in the cultural district. And I found a way to get them their space over on Penn Avenue, and also to provide them with marketing support and other infrastructure that is necessary for arts organizations to move forward. Another thing that I really admire about Mark's work is that he's able to bring different members of the theater community together to work collaboratively. And in the past that hasn't happened. You've had what's been thought of as black theater and then just theater. And those two worlds had not crossed. And Mark created the Black and White Festival, and that allowed African American playwrights to work with white directors and vice versa. It's been extremely successful. It's given a voice to the first time playwright, myself included. And I think that it's really built up a lot of momentum in the community. You have people that look for that event every year because they want to see new, fresh theater. They want to hear new voices. And that's what Mark is all about, giving different voices a platform.
I was around when Mark Southers started the Pittsburgh Playwrights Theater up there in Bloomfield or Garfield or wherever that little theater was. It's still a small theater, although it's downtown now, but it's a very significant theater. And that's partly because Mark met August Wilson right early on. Mark was a steel worker, but he was also a photographer, a man with an interest in the arts, and August Wilson inspired him. And so some of his earliest work was August Wilson. He started doing a series of all the August Wilson plays in the order in which they were written, and he also came up with something called August in February, a program of excerpts from August Wilson, which allowed a lot of actors in Pittsburgh, more good black actors than we knew Pittsburgh had, to strut their stuff before the community. In doing all the August Wilson plays and doing them in the order of which they were written, by the way, we call this the Pittsburgh cycle because all but one of the 10 plays are set in Pittsburgh, and Mark honors them by doing them here. He came eventually to Two Trains Running. That's the play about the 60s, set in the 1960s and 1969, and he produced a lot of it. He came up with a cast which was the equal of what any theater in Pittsburgh could have put on stage, including the Public Theater, CLO, you name it. It was a wonderful production, and in looking back over the whole decade, it was one of my 10 best productions anywhere in Pittsburgh for the whole decade. It was a harvesting of this incredible tradition which has given us August Wilson's Pittsburgh cycle of plays.
Two, you know what to do.
All right, boys, you done seen the rest. Now I'm gonna show you the best. Ma Rainey's gonna show you her black bottom.
Way down south in Alabama, I got a friend, they call him Dancing Sammy. He's crazy about all the latest dances. Black bottom stomping, two babies prancing. The other night at a swell affair.
So guys, make sure y'all come out and support all the local arts and all the local artists and talents going on in Pittsburgh this season, y'all. So Pittsburgh Playwrights, make sure y'all get down and check out the shows they got down there lined up for y'all this season. But also, make sure you check out a play called Jitney. It just opened May 8th, and it's the first time ever it starred an all Pittsburgh cast. And it's an original play by August Wilson. And in this particular version is directed by Mark Clayton, and it's starring Salah Udine, and again, an all Pittsburgh cast. So make sure y'all go out and support that, y'all. Support your local artists.